Hello friends, a very good day to all of you. Today we are going to learn general anatomy of skin, but we will learn it in a new way. Today I will ask you the question and you have to give me the answer. So let's start. Our first question is, out of the following, which part of the body is not covered by the skin? Options are outer part of tympanic membrane, inner part of tympanic membrane, external auditory meatus, or mucous membrane at the orifice of the body. Now applying tukkabaji also we can say there are two options of tympanic membrane. So more are the chances that out of these two the answer would be there. But let's learn it in a proper way. Skin will cover all the external surface of our body. It will also cover our outer part of tympanic membrane. But it does not cover inner part of tympanic membrane. So B is our answer. Skin also covers external auditory meatus and it is also present at the mucous membrane at the orifice of our body. So at first let me tell you one thing, that tympanic membrane is present between our external ear and middle ear. It is the gateway between the two. It is present of ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. The outer part of tympanic membrane is derived from ectoderm and the inner part is derived from endoderm. And between these two, fibers are present which are derived from mesoderm. So ectodermal derivative is our skin, right? Tympanic membrane, outer part of ectoderm, inner part of endoderm, and between these two will be the fibers derived from mesoderm, right? Now, do you know what is this external auditory meatus? Meatus is a canal. So it is a canal which connects our external ear and middle ear. This is external ear and middle ear. So skin is present everywhere at the external surface of our body. At outer part of tympanic membrane, external auditory meatus, it is around 2.5 cm. And also at the mucous membrane at the orifice of our body. In our digestive system, mouth and anus are the part which connects the system with external part or our external environment. So at the opening of our mouth or oral cavity, there is a mucous membrane which is derived from skin. And there is anus at the end which is also derived of skin. Now let's look at the second question. Which is the largest organ of our body? Options are brain, liver, skin or heart. Obviously, the chapter is of skin, so answer must be skin, no? I'm just having fun. Yes, skin is the largest organ of our body. It measures around 1.5 to 2 meters square of body surface area. Now, the second largest organ in our body is liver. Right? It is. And skin is 1.5 to 2 meters square. Now you can also be asked the question that which is the smallest organ of our body? Then the answer will be pineal gland. Now let's look at the third question. What are the percentage surface area of skin in the following body parts? The first one is each upper limb. So in each upper limb there will be 9%. Each lower limb will be of 18% body surface area of skin. In front of trunk there is also 18%. Back of trunk again 18%. And head and neck is a small part, so only 9%. Whereas perineum is the one with only 1% of total body surface area of skin. So do we see here the rule of 9? Yes, it is applicable. The short part will be of 9%, which includes our head and neck and upper limb. Whereas long part like lower limb, trunk trunk's front part and back part will be of 18% and perineum will include 1%. The knowledge of this percentage distribution of skin is very important for us because when any burns patient will come to us, we will have to see which part of the body is damaged in burn and we can look at the skin damage. So friends, this is the way I want to teach the general anatomy of skin. It is just the initiative. If you like this way of teaching, then please subscribe and comment whether did you like this way or not, so that I will move and teach you the anatomy of skin further in that way. Thank you.